Hello? Aha. Hopefully I don't trip over this wire, but I probably will. Anyway, hello, I'm Caroline. A little bit about myself. I'm 19, but I'm a junior. That's not that weird, but every once in a while, it hits me that I'm still a teenager, and I just have this overwhelming need to rebel against something. Because I was a goody two-shoes growing up. You know, I had 3 siblings, and the way I would one-up them is that I showed my parents that I was more responsible than them so that they would trust me more. So I never got to, stay out late or have that cool thing that teenagers do, or I don't know, I never went to parties or anything. So now that I'm in college and I've lived away from my parents for over 2 years, and spent the whole summer by myself working and budgeting and living alone with my cat, it makes it hard to find things that I can rebel against. So since I'm about to turn 20, I've been trying to find things to rebel against as kind of like a last hurrah. So I came up with this idea, because I usually cut my hair when I feel like I want to piss my mom off, because it always stresses her out so much when me and my sister come home and we're like, hey mom, I want purple hair this week, so I'm gonna mess up your bathroom and leave bits of hair everywhere. But as you can see, there's not really anything left to cut. So, moving on, I think, nose piercings. Every teenager always wants to get a nose piercing. So that's what I'll do. I'll get a cute little stud, and that'll not be that crazy, but it'll be something. And of course, very quickly, I get a Snapchat from my older sister, and she not only has gotten a nose piercing, but she's gotten a septum piercing, which according to my parents is probably one of the worst things she could possibly do. So when I call my mom hoping for some kind of reaction, she's just like, better than what Kathleen did. Never mind. Damn it. But I mean, I guess when I come home, there is this one person, animal, who's always really upset if I come home late. And there's different types of, frantic and upset that parents get when their child is out later than they're supposed to. There's usually the father who's, makes the room all dark and sits in that fancy chair, turns on the light and turns around and is like, well, where have you been? But then there's the other one who just, as soon as they realize their child is gone, they just start running through the house, being like, oh my God, they're dead. They're dead in a ditch. I need to call hospitals. I need to call the police. And apparently this is the reaction that my cat gets when I'm gone, later than 6 p.m. And I found this out mostly because my roommate, Maddie, told me that about an hour before I get home, she always hears this kind of soft cry. It's like, and it gets louder and louder and louder until I open the door to just this cat going, fuck you! Where the fuck have you been? Do you know how worried I was? Do you know what I've been through? You left me alone. I do not leave her alone. I have multiple roommates who give her everything she could possibly want. But still, she just feels so abandoned and reckless. And she's like, you gotta pay me back. Go downstairs, clean up my shit, and put some goddamn food in my bowl. I don't really need to rebel against my cat. It's not very satisfying. But it's Halloween, it's spooky time. So I got one more chance. To find something to give me that sweet taste of whatever, rebellion. Yeah, I've said that word a lot, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Rebellion. And I remember being a child and kind of being frustrated and wanting to rebel a little bit when I was in my 14s, 15s. Because when I was 12 or 11, or as soon as, you go to the preteen section of those plastic bags with the plastic Halloween costumes in them, my dad took me and he just walked down the aisle And he looked around, just started shaking his head. No. No. My daughter is not gonna be seen in that. Hell no. She isn't even wearing pants. What kind of costume doesn't have pants? I was so upset that there weren't any pants. But when I was 14, I decided I wanted to be Catwoman. I love Batman, and it just was the perfect fit. And I knew my dad would say no, but like I still dropped hints. Like in the summer, every time I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, so like Batman's cool, right?" Like I like those movies. You like those movies? There's some cool costume ideas. This chair. Cool costume ideas in there, like Catwoman. Like Catwoman would be pretty cool, right? And I had sisters, and I had two of them, and we all fit into like Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn. So I'd be like, wouldn't that be such a great costume to do with Kathleen and Christine, you know? We would be like sister bonding. Wouldn't that be worth a little bit of rule bending? And he would be like, yeah, that's a great idea, but it's such a shame that those costumes are just not appropriate and it's never gonna happen. So I would be in the bathroom, 15 years old, having a shitty ass costume. I'd look in the mirror and be like, nobody knows what the fuck I am. I'm not cute. My makeup's getting ruined because I'm currently crying. I'm not even showing cleavage. I'm like, for a 15-year-old girl, on Halloween, to not be able to show cleavage when you finally have grown into it, it's heartbreaking. But now I'm in college, and Halloween's a little different around here. I have just a little more freedom. So I think I found something here, and I did some research. I got my costume all ready, and not only did my costume not have pants and get to show cleavage, but I was fucking Catwoman. Go into my 20s. Thank you so much and have a good night.